Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. Our Google Ads series is going on. If you want to watch the whole series, you can come to our channel and watch those videos from here. Okay, so in today's lecture, we'll be discussing about Performance Max campaign. What is Performance Max campaign and what are the benefits of using Performance Max campaign? And in the later part of the video, we'll show you how to create a Performance Max campaign. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's get to know what is Performance Max campaign. So for learning more about Performance Max campaign, we'll go to the official documentation of Google. So you can see over here, currently we are in the official documentation of Google. So you can see over here, Performance Max is a new goal-based type that allows performance advertisers to access all of their Google Ads inventory from a single campaign. It is designed to complement your keyword-based search campaigns to help you find more converting customers across all of Google's channels like YouTube, Display, Search, Discover, Gmail, and Maps. Performance Max helps you drive performance based on your specified conversion goals, delivering more conversions and value by optimizing performance in real time and across channel using smart bidding. Performance Max combines Google's AI technologies across bidding, budget optimization, audiences, creatives, attribution, and more. They are all empowered by your specific advertising objectives. For example, if you have a CPA or ROS target and the creative assets, audience signals, and optional data feeds you provide. Okay, so what are the benefits of using Performance Max? So they have mentioned couple of benefits. You can see over here. First one is unlock new audiences across Google's channel and networks. Next one is drive better performance against your goals. Next one is get more transparent insights. Then we have the steer automation with your campaigns inputs. And the last one is simplify campaign management and easily optimize your ads. Okay. So you can see over here, they have mentioned some of the benefits of using Performance Max. So when to use it actually. Performance Max is the best option to use when you have specific advertising and conversion goals. For example, driving online sales, lead generation, and others. You want to maximize the performance of your campaign and you aren't limited by which channel your ads appear on. You want to easily access all of Google's advertising channels using a single campaign. And the last one is you want to gain additional reach and conversion value beyond keyword-based search campaign. Okay. So this is a very useful doc. I'm going to share this doc file in the video description so that you can study further about Performance Max campaign and the benefits of using Performance Max campaign. Okay. So yeah. So let's create a new Performance Max campaign. So before creating it, you need to set up conversion tracking properly, So if I want to show you, then I need to go to the tools and settings options. And from the measurement option, I need to go to the conversion section. Okay, just wait a little bit. So you can see over here, I have set up some of the conversion actions like submit lead forms. Okay, so they are all collecting data, then phone call leads. Okay, so make sure you have also set up conversion tracking properly so that you can measure the campaign's performance, And one other thing I will suggest you, so if you have more than 50 conversions in your account, like you can see over here, I have currently 58 conversions. Okay, so if you have more than 50 conversions, then you can try for Performance Max campaign, because for running those sort of campaigns you need to have enough data. So yeah, so let's create a Performance Max campaign from scratch. Okay, so for creating a new campaign, I'm going to click on this blue button called new campaign. Okay, then I'll be advertising for this site. So this is basically a service-based business. So I'm going to be choosing leads as conversion. Okay. And as the conversion goal, I'll keep contact, phone calls, sign-ups, submit lead forms. So I'm going to remove add to cart, begin checkout, purchases, and subscribe from the conversion goals. So I'll keep those like contacts, phone call leads, sign-ups, submit lead forms as the conversion goal. So I'll click on continue. Then as the campaign type, I'm going to be choosing performance max. Okay. So this is not for e-commerce stores. So if you are advertising for e-commerce store, then if you have any merchant center approved, then you can choose it from here. Okay. Then I'll name the campaign as leads performance max is WL logistics. So this is my brand name. So I'm going to click on continue. I'll click on start new. Then we're in the bidding section. So as I already told you, this sort of campaigns is basically conversion focused. So I'm going to be choosing conversions from here. Okay. So if you have a e-commerce store, or you are running shopping campaigns, or you have you're focused on conversion, which is sales, then you can choose conversion value as the bidding strategy. So from the customer acquisition section, you can choose this option, optimize campaigns for acquiring new customers. So I'm not going to be choosing this one. So I'll click on next. Then as the location, I'm going to be entering the location as USA, because my service is basically targeted for USA. So I'm going to be targeting United States. Okay. And from the language section, I'll keep it as English. And you can enable this option. So which is by default enable automatically created assets. So if you want, you can deselect them. So I'm going to be selecting them because they are useful in some cases. So I'll click on more settings. So if you want, you can schedule the ads, like I'm going to be scheduling it from Monday to Fridays. Okay. And the time would be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I'm going to be choosing 9 a.m. from here, and I need to choose 6 p.m. from here. So I'll scroll down and I have got 6. Okay, perfect. And from more setting options, if you want to give any end date, then you can give it from here. Okay, and I'll not be using any campaign URL options. So I'll click on next. So I'll name the ad group as SWL Logistics PMAX. Okay. Then from the asset option, I need to provide a website URL. So I'll provide this website URL. Okay. As the final URL, and you can see over here, they're suggesting us to add a call asset. So I'll click on calls. So I have already created a call asset, so I'm going to be using it. So you can see over here, this is our call asset. So if you go to my website, you will see the phone number available here. So I'll use this phone number. Okay, perfect. Just wait a little bit. I'll click on calls again. Then if I scroll down a little, then I have an option called new call. So I'll keep the country as United States, and I'm going to be entering the phone number. Then as the conversion actions, you can keep it as use account settings, call from ads, or you can choose call from ads from here. Okay, so I'll keep it as use account settings. So I'll click on save and I'm gonna click on apply. Okay, perfect. Then we need to use some uh, image assets. Okay, so I'll click on images section. Then I'll go to the website or social. I'll provide my website URL from here, like this one. I'm going to be pasting it over here. Okay, and I'll click on enter. Then it will scan my website, So you can see over here, they have got those images from website, my website. So I'm going to be selecting them. So you can use at most 20 images. So I would suggest you, if you have 20 images, use all of them, because uh, you need to provide more assets, or you need to provide more informations to Google. So if you provide more information, Google will optimize your ads properly. Okay. So for the time being, I'll be using 15 images. Okay. So I'll click on save. Perfect. Then we are in the logos section. So you can add up to 5 logos. So I'll click on logos section and I'll go to the website again and put my website URL over here and click on enter. Then they haven't got any assets. So I'll click on Twitter scan. Most probably they will get a logo from Twitter. So I'm going to be using this logo and I'll click on save. There comes the video. So if you have video, then you can use it. So for the demonstration purpose, I'll be using my YouTube channel video. Okay. So you'll be using your service related videos. Okay. So you need to have a YouTube channel and you need to upload uh, those videos in YouTube and then link it with your Google Ads. Okay. So for example, I'm going to be choosing this video. So I'll enter the URL over here. Then I'm going to be choosing this one and I'll click on save. Okay, perfect. And we need to put 15 headlines. Okay, so I would suggest you to use all the assets, like all the headlines, all the descriptions, all the necessary assets, so that Google can optimize your campaign properly. So I have already written all the necessary headlines and descriptions so that I can use it properly. Okay. So let me use all the headlines. Okay. So you can see over here, I have researched or written all the headlines, long headlines, descriptions, short descriptions, all the ad assets like site links, call out, structured snippets. So I'll be using them from here. So the first headline I'm going to be using is brand name. So HWL Logistics. So this is our brand name. I will use it as headline 1. Okay, perfect. Then as the second headline, I'm going to be using looking for freight provider. Okay, so the character limit is 30 characters. That's why I'll not be able to put A over here. So if I put A, then you can see it character limit exceeds. So that's why I have used looking for freight provider. Okay. Then I'll be using a call to action, get quote now, as the third headline. Okay. Perfect. Then as the fourth headline, I'm going to be using $100 off for next 4 shipments. Okay. So I have collected it from my landing page. So that's why I have I have been telling you time and time again that you need to research the landing page properly so that your ads can align with your landing pages and your CTR will be high then, and you will get more clicks. And if you get more clicks, then your conversion rate will also be high, and if your conversion rate is high, then you will be benefited by running your ads. So as the fifth headline, I'm going to be using one of my services, LTL Freight near me. Okay, so LTL is one of the services I'm providing. Okay, so if I go to my landing page, then you can see this is one of the services I'm mentioning over here. Okay, perfect. Then the next headline I'm going to be using is cheap LTL quote online. So this is also one of the buying intentional keyword I'm using over here. So I'll be using this one as fifth headline, and as the next headline I'm going to be using stand LTL freight quote. So I'll copy it from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. And as the next headline, I'm going to be using served 10,000 plus customers. So I have also researched it from my landing pages. So this is one of the benefits or social proofs I'm mentioning in my headlines. So if I go to my landing page, you can see over here, so those are the social proofs: 12 years of experience, 99.98% loads delivered on time, 100% debt free. So if I scroll down, then you can see there are some of the benefits: use networks, on time deliveries, competitive pricing, HWL is okay. So I have collected them from my landing pages. Then the next headline, I'm going to be using LTL shipping codes. So this is also one of the keywords I'm targeting in the headline. And then I'll be using less than truckload code. So this will be used as one of the headlines. Then the next one, I'm going to be using 98% clients recommendations. So this is also one of the social proofs or USPs. Then 12 years in the business, so some value added features. And I'll be using UPS estimated shipping. So this is also one of our services. Then the next headline, I'm going to be using LTL companies near me. So very buying intentional keyword. And as the last headline, I'm going to be using number one freight forwarding solution. Okay. So this will be used as the 15th headline. Okay. Perfect. Then we need to use some long headlines. So we have 5 options to enter long headlines. So I'm going to be using all of them. So I have already written all the long headlines. So I'm going to be using those over here. So this will be used as the first long headline. So its character limit is 90 character. And the next one I'm going to be using is this one. Considering all aspects of safety are our top priority, contact us now. So this will be used as second long headline. And as the third long headline, I'm going to be using this one, HWL investing in the latest technology to provide fast, accurate, and cost-effective service. So as the third headline, long headline, I'm going to be mentioning this one, okay? So this has exceeded the character limit. I need to remove some characters. So I'll remove this and I'm going to use this ampersand, okay? Perfect. Then as the fourth long headline, I'm going to be using this on transportation and logistics done with excellence. Get quote now. So this will be used as fourth long headline, and as the fifth long headline, I'm going to be using this one. Get $100 off for next 4 payments. Call us now. So this is our last long headline. Okay, perfect. And we need to enter some of the descriptions. So most probably we need to enter 5 descriptions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 will be short description and 4 will be long description. Short description length is character limit is 60 character, and long description character limit is 90 characters. So I have already written all the descriptions. So this will be used as short description. Temperature controlled shipping for refrigerated freight. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one as short description, and as the long description one, I'll be using this one. Get the best LTL shipping quotes at HWL Logistics. Start saving money today. So this will be used as fast description. And as the second description, I'm going to be mentioning this one. 10,000 plus customers we have served with 98% clients recommendation and 12 plus years of experience. Okay, so I'm going to copy it from here and paste it in the description section. And as the third description, I'll be using will beat your rate or will give you $100 off in your next 4 payments. Okay, so this will be used as the third long description. And as the last long description, I'm going to be using start saving money today by filling out the form below for an instant freight quote. Okay, so I'm going to be mentioning this one as the last description. So I need to provide the business name. So I'm going to be mentioning my business name, which is HWL Logistics. Okay, perfect. Then we need to use all the add extension or add assets. So you can see over here, they're suggesting us to use cycling assets. So you will need to add at least 2 cyclings for them to appear in your ads. To maximize performance, add 4 or more. So I would suggest you to use at least 4 add assets or 4 cycling extension, So I'll click on cycling. Then I'll click on create. I have already created all the cycling assets, so I'm going to be using them. So the first cycling text would be carrier code. Okay, so I'll put carrier code as the cycling text, and as the description line 1, I'm going to be mentioning this one. Join HWL carrier network today. So this will be used as description line 1. And as the description line 2, I'm going to be mentioning become a carrier with HWL Logistics. And as the final URL, I'm going to be mentioning our carrier service page URL. So I'll copy it from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. and I'll click on site link 2, and as the site link 2 text, I'm going to be using shipper code. So this is for the shipper. So I'll use shipper code in the site link text section, and as the description line 1, I'm going to be using get shipping code. Okay, and as the description line 2, I'll be using join now. And as the final URL, I'm going to be mentioning this shipper page URL. So I'll copy it from here and paste it over here. So I'll click on site link 3, and as the site link 3 text, I'm going to be using contact us. So I'll copy contact us from here and paste it in the site link text. And as the description line 1, I'll be mentioning interested in your services. So this will be used as description line 1. So I'll copy it from here and paste it over here, the description line 1. And as the description line 2, I'll be using call us. So I'll put call us over here. Then in the final URL section, we'll be using our contact us page URL. So I'll copy it from here and I'm going to use it over here in the final URL section. Okay, so I'll be using 4 site link assets. So the 4th site link text would be LTL tracking. So this is one of our services. So I'm mentioning it as the site link text. Okay, LTL tracking. As the description line 1, I'm going to be mentioning get a code for LTL tracking. So this will be used as description line 1, and as description line 2, I'm going to be mentioning book LTL tracking service. Okay, perfect. And as the final URL, I'll be mentioning our LTL tracking service page URL. So I'll copy it from here and paste it in the final URL section. Perfect. Then I'll click on create. I'll click on save. Okay. So in the call to action section, you can use the automated call to action, or you can use learn more, get code. So get code fits for my services. So if you want, you can use get code or you can keep it automated. So I'll keep it as automated. So I'll click on more assets section. Then from the structured snippets, I'm going to be using some of the structured snippet assets. Okay. So I have already researched some of the structured snippets. So in the structured snippets, I'll be using some of my services. Okay. So if I scroll down, then I'll have an option called new structured snippet. So as the header language, I'll keep it as English, and from the select header type, I'm going to be choosing service catalog. Okay. Then I'll mention some of my services. So first one will be used as LTL freight shipping. So this is my first site link text. Then, sorry, not site link, structured snippet. Then FTL freight shipping. So this will be used as second structured snippet text. So I'll be using 3 structured snippets. Okay. And the last one, I'm going to be mentioning auto transport service. So I'll copy auto transport from here and paste it over here. Perfect. So if you want to use more services, you can click on this add value button and add more services. So I'm happy with targeting those 3 services. So you can see how they will be looking like. You can see over here, service catalog, LTL freight. Okay. So I'll click on save. Then I'll click on apply. Then I'll go to the call out section. I'll be using some of the call out assets. So scroll down a little bit. Then I have an option called new call out. Then I'm going to be entering some call out text. So I have already written some call out assets. So first one, I'm going to be using 100% success rate. So call out is basically used for some value added features for your services. Yes, I have collected it from my landing pages. So I would suggest you to go to your landing page and research some call out assets from there. Okay. The next one is 100% insured licensed. Okay. Then the next one is damage free guarantee. Okay. And the last call out I'm going to be using is $100 off for 4 shipments. Okay. So for the time being, I'll be using 4 call out assets. If you want, you can use more by clicking on add call out text, then I'll click on save. You can see over here how they will look like, how 100% success rate, 100% insured. So I'll click on apply. Okay, so you can see over here how my campaigns will be look like. So this is for YouTube, how it will be looking like for the YouTube ads. This is for the Gmail, this is for search, this is for display, and this is for discover. So the benefit of using Performance Max is you don't need to create separate campaigns like search campaign, YouTube campaign, a display campaign, discover campaign. So if you want to use all the campaigns from a single campaigns, then you can use Performance Max. Perfect. Then we have an option called audience signal. So you can see over here, use an audience signal to reach the right audience faster. Start by creating or adding an audience. Performance Max will use it as a starting point to find new conversion across Google. So yeah, I would suggest you to use audience signal. So I'll click on create an audience signal. Okay. Then you have to name a audience, so I'll use the name as pmax I should say, pmax audience signals. Okay, perfect. Then from the custom segment option, you can create new segments. Okay, so we have 2 options available here, like people with any of this interest or purchase intention, or people who searched for any of these terms on Google. So you can use any of them. So for the time being, I'm gonna using this one. So I'll write logistics service says or logistic freight solutions, then freight forwarding service, transportation and logistic industry. Okay, freight system tracking, transportation management services, then logistic courier services. Then you can choose logistic services, logistic services near me, verifying intentional, logistic service provider. So I'll keep it those. Okay, so I'll click on save, and I have to name it as, so I'm gonna name it as people who searched on Google using those terms. Then I'll click on save. Okay, so I'll be using these custom segments, and from the your data segment, I'll go to the browse sections, and I'm going to be targeting all the website visitors, like all visitors, Google Ads, then my website visitors, then you can use this also, like general visitors, Google Ads. Okay, so for the time being, I will be using those three, perfect. And from the interest and detailed demographic section, I'll click on it, and I'm gonna be searching for logistics services. So I'm going to be targeting in-market audience. So in-market is basically who are actively searching for this service, So let's see, cargo shipping services, not in Dubai. So it is basically for USA. So warehouse and distribution services, this is also one of our services. Supply chain management, yeah, this is also transportation services, so I'll not be targeting any jobs. Okay, moving and relocation, so I can target this one. So I'm happy with targeting those. Okay, so I would suggest you to use the custom segments option and use your data segments, because it is basically for remarketing. And from the interest and detailed demographic section, I would suggest you to use in-market audiences, because they are more potential, they are actively researching. Okay, so perfect. And from the demographic section, I'll not be using any demographics, so I'll click on save. So we are giving Google those signals, so those are targeted audiences. We're telling Google those are our targeted audiences. Please find some audiences related to these services or these audiences, So that's what has been mentioned over here. Use an audience signals to reach the right audience faster. Start by creating or adding an audience. Performance Max will use it as a starting point. So those will be used as the starting point to find new conversions across Google. Okay, perfect. So I'll click on next. Then from the budgeting section, so you need to give a higher budget for running the Performance Max campaign. So I suggest you to give the budget at least $100. Okay, so I'll give the budget as $100, then I'll click on next. Then Google is reviewing our campaign, whether our campaign has some errors or not, so let's wait a little bit. So you can see over here, so they haven't got any errors in our campaign. So you can review your campaign from these sections, like if you want to change campaign names, campaign types, campaign goals, campaign bidding strategies, campaign settings like locations, languages, add schedules, if you want to change any asset groups, if you want to change the budget of your campaign. So if everything is okay, then you can click on this publish campaign. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna click on publish campaign. So it is publishing the campaign, So you can see over here, our campaign has been published, and Google will review the campaign. And if everything is fine, then it will be live within 24 to 48 hours, So yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you have a clear understanding on how we can create Performance Max campaign. So if you like our video, then you can subscribe our channel, follow our page. You have a good day. Bye bye.